One common objection to liberalism is that it tends to dissolve community. Let me start by saying why it might tend to dissolve community. One of the difficulties with liberalism is that it often intervenes in local affairs on the side of individuals in order to protect their rights. Now, in itself, that's a good thing, but it can become a problem, right? If in every instance when there's a conflict between an individual and a local community or private association or family, etc., right, liberalism always intervenes on the side of the dissenter. Right? Well, that can become really difficult, right? It's difficult for authorities to sustain any kind of authority over their members. Right? Now, there's also another problem. Right? Liberalism tends to promote economic independence. Right? It does this partly by providing certain guarantees of economic opportunity from the state. Right? One of the effects of this is that people become less dependent on their neighbor. Right? People don't have to depend on their parents, their neighbors, their friends to the same extent, because the state has started providing this social safety net. Right? And generally, it allows things like a lot of mobility. Right? It seems to lead so far to an economy, at least in the United States, where people move around a lot. Now, we're an extreme example, right? But it's a difficulty. Right? As one philosopher, Alasdair MacIntyre, put it, in a modern liberal society, he actually said modern society in general, you have no reason to think your children will grow up and live in the same community that you do. Right? So it tends to weaken these connections between people within a community.